And here we go today. Again, Soul Led Roundtable number 4. Today we'll go straight in the Soul Led Agenda 2050, co creating the civilization that we want to live in. I've been dropping into this idea in the previous streams, and today in particular, I want to welcome you. I want to really go short but relevant. I want to hit it hard. This is a vision, this is a portal, this is me and us with Four Souls, with my team, Crystal in the background. I'm calling her out because she's doing such a powerful job. We're calling in your voice, we're calling in your vision, we're calling in your soul's proposal. Two calls to action right at the beginning. I'll share with you. Please send us your soul led agenda 20 2050 sorry, a 2050 proposal. um, by following the prompts I'll share. Write down your thoughts. Soon we'll have a form to make it easier, but for now, just your inspired reflection is already sacred and welcomed. The number two is that we're seeking hands-on support. Okay, we're seeking hands-on support to make this movement real, to make it visible, to make it impactful, to keep it alive, and therefore we're looking for mm, volunteers and interns that will soon be funded co-creators, because we feel the call to be part. We want people who feel the call to be part of something bigger than themselves, and this is something that it's deeply channeled, deeply streamed through me, through my own presence. Ayrton Giulio Gonelli, in his own mission for souls, for this civilization to shift from just a human civilization to a soul-led human civilization, to a civilization. So let me get on to one, well, very important thing that humans are doing already. Okay, so the UN, the United Nations Agenda 2030. I don't know if you know what it is already, but I want to share it with you what the Agenda 2030 is. It is a global framework that has been adopted by all the United Nations state members, and happened in 2015. It is centered around the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, and it aimed at ending poverty, reducing inequality, protecting the planet, and fostering peace and prosperity for all humans on Earth, and for the planet to be thriving, not being abused by the civilization that we are. So the agenda is deeply interconnected, and encouraging nations to implement solutions, actions that benefit people and the planet simultaneously, like clean energy access, quality education, sustainable cities and production, climate action, and global partnerships, for example. How did it come to be? Agenda 2030 was the result of a very intensive multi-year global consultative process that was involving governments, civil society, academic institutions, and individuals, anyways, because they did surveys from every region of the world. It evolved from the earlier Millennium Development Goals, the MDGs, and it expanded into a more comprehensive and inclusive vision. The final framework was adopted by the United Nations at the UN Sustainable Development Summit in September 2015, and it marked the new phase of the collaboration across sectors and borders. Um, Last thing that I want to share about the UN's Agenda 2030 is the current state of progress. Okay, because we are proposing through this soul-led roundtable the development of the soul-led agenda 2050. What is the current state of progress of, as of 2025, of the agenda 2030? So after 10 years that it has been started being implemented. Okay, so some strides have been made in access to education, renewable energy, and digital infrastructure, of course. However, the challenges like climate change, global conflict, food insecurity, and wealth inequality have slowed and reversed progress in other areas. It's very important that we notice that, well, the COVID-19 pandemic had a major disruptive impact on health systems and economic equality, and that the urgency to reimagine systems, not just fix them, has never been greater than now. So this is um, I found this on various sources. I'll actually probably do my best to um, give you the sources of where I found these informations, but that's where the Soul-led Agenda 2050 comes in. What is and what I envision to be the Soul-led Agenda 2050. I have some major tongue twisting today that is happening. The UN spoke of 2030. Now it's 2025. We are not as close as planned to it. And one of the major challenges that have been identified is the non integration of all the parts of society into the Agenda 2030. There's a lot of miscommunication, there's a lot of lack in terms of collaboration. And this is because mostly, and it has been found, mainly institutions and corporations have been driving the agenda. So, what if this is the leading question? What if not institutions, not corporations, but awakened souls and individuals and soul led corporations, soul led institutions, whomever wants to participate to the conversation, began writing the script for a future that we would actually love to live in? What would that world look like for you? A world that is not created after a protest, not after a rebellion. So this is not a protest and a rebellion. This is an actual regeneration. It is a co-creation and it is a soul-led civilization blueprint by 2050. It's 25 years from now. It's a lot of time. It's a big gap. And it is marching upon the, well, work, that amazing work that it has been done by so many businesses, so many corporations, so many humans already, based and non-based upon the Agenda 2030. So imagine it's year 2050. Let's get into it. Get into vision activation mode. Take a few deep breaths in and out. I said today I would just run quick and get down to it. Okay. So imagine it's year 2050 right now. You are in 2050. You're 25 years older or younger, I actually like to say, but stay focused. So you're 25 years older, more experienced. Your kids, your children are 25 years older. And maybe they even have your grandkids right there. What does your morning feel like? So I'll start from you. It's your vision. It's you, because I want you to drop in that soulful identity of you 25 years from now. What kind of energy exists in your community? How do businesses operate? How does your business operate? How have you shifted it in the past 25 years, from 2025 up until now in 2050? What has become completely outdated? What are children taught in school? Not just academically, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically. What do leaders sound like as this soul led civilization has come to be? What does the food system feel like? And what does your own role in this world feel like? I want these questions to open you. I will share a, a recap, a newsletter after this live with these same questions. So for you to drop in deeper, please let that your soul speak forward. Let your soul speaking forward. Let these questions open you, as I said already. They need to open you. They need to activate your vision because here's the prompt to guide your proposal from this space, from this state of being. Okay. These are the questions that would love for you to answer. And of course, you'll have them in a written form. Would love you to answer in your own words. Number one, what is your one core principle of soul led civilization in 2050? What systems would we evolve or dissolve? And what would replace them? So that we have the educational system, the economical system, the governance system, the media, etc., the food delivery and production, the city infrastructures. So, question number one: what is one core principle of the soul-led civilization in 2050? Number two, what systems would we evolve and what systems would we dissolve? And what would replace such systems? Go for your industry if so. Talk about your industry. We're open to every industry, of course. This is all across the globe, this is all across the board. What would daily life look like for families, for children, for artists, for healers, for elders, for citizens, for administrators, public workers? What values, this is number four, what values would be so deeply embodied that you would cry with joy just seeing them become normal? And actually, from that space of you being in 2020, in 2050, imagine yourself crying about these becoming, having become a normal, the new normal in 2050 from soul. What is it? And what is your unique contribution? What are you ready to build or support? Give your proposal. We'll use your answers, by the way, to shape future episodes, to highlight contributors, and to co develop these together. And this is big. This is bigger than me. I haven't been able to bring on board speakers as yet because I have ideas on speakers, I have proposal for speakers, I have like the whole infrastructures in a way, but to manage it all is not as straightforward. Because as I cast this vision, I realize it's bigger than me and it's not just about me. It is not about me, it's about you, it's about our kids, it's about our community, it's about future generations, it's about doing it together. So, these were the prompts to guide your proposal. What is one core principle of the soul led civilization in 2050? What systems would we evolve or dissolve, and what would replace them, in fact? And what would daily life look like for families, for children, for artists, for healers, for elders, for citizens, for workers, for disabled um, and who you can come up with. What values would be so deeply embodied that you'd cry with joy just seeing them become normal? And finally, what is your unique contribution? What are you ready to build or support with? And ultimately, what other question would you answer? Would you feel it's important to be answered for a proper proposal to come to life? I must tell you that I'm feeling this really deeply. This live video today is a live video that will be used even to propose the soul led round table. It will be used to propose these as a round table to others as this live stream happens every Wednesday, and I am personally committed to it to continue, as I am calling in support and help for this to continue and up level in its quality, in its impact, as I'm calling in your proposal with the questions that I shared earlier and that I'll share also in a written form together with the recap and newsletter going about today's episode. For now, we just tell you, just remember that this happens every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central European Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 9 a.m. Um, Pacific Daytime, 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Let me remind you that the world doesn't need more opinions. Our silence has created a system that originated the life we're living, the system we're living. But right now, we need original visions coming together. And let this be one of them. So don't write your proposal from your intellect. Of course, use that, but let the soul lead the thinking. Don't just think, remember. Remember from that 2050 space, that 2050 version of you. Remember what you did, remember what happened. Speak these proposals, speak your answers, comment as you've seen this world before. And maybe you've seen it, maybe in dreams, maybe in past lives, maybe in your own vision, the one that you look at in your vision board, day in, day out, with your business that you want to create. Maybe it is waiting in the field for you to call it in and create it and speak it into form, act it into existence. And right now, to keep it relevant and to keep it short, I'm gonna close it for today. Um, I want to say, I want to just call to action again, actually. If this sparked something in you, send us your written proposal. Even one paragraph. Soon we'll release a form, but for now, send us what you've got. Let's start building. Let's start interacting and support this movement, this streaming, this weekly powerful roundtable. Um, we are looking for volunteers, interns, creative contributors, aligned souls in action that help carry this work forward. And as we work and as we receive funding, because this is ultimately the plan, every hand involved will be valued and retributed, of course. And I put myself up front to say this. If this moved you, reach out. If this feels like truth, do not just listen, but act. Share it with others. Put a like or a comment or mm, anything, depends on what platform you see this in. And let's co create a soul led earth. My name is Ayrton Julio. I am the CEO creator of um, For Souls that envision to bring in all the tools, all the methodologies, all what's needed and what I can bring through For Souls, through talks, through events, through retreats, through guidance and coaching, so that actually you can remove what's stopping you from taking action from a deeper space, from soul, from your truth, turning your soul and truth and heart into daily outcome and results. This is one of them. Let's do it together. Remember, every Wednesday, there's a live stream. The Soul Led Roundtable is waiting for you to speak up. Will you? Just reach out.